it's me, Liz, and this year, for Easter, eggs are a little bit hard to come by. So while we're all in quarantine, I thought maybe it would be a fun thing to do to give us a few other options on how to decorate eggs for Easter, because not all of us have access to eggs this year. So I just pulled together some stuff we have from around the house that I'm hoping you have around the house too, to maybe decorate eggs and still have a fun, festive Easter this year. So I think I'm going to start with what I feel like is the messiest project, and then we'll go from messiest to least messy. So the first project looks like this, and apparently I got carried away with like the blue and the red, so it's a little circusy. But we are going to make eggs using just Elmer's glue, salt, and just like dollar store watercolor. So in the end, it's going to look something like this. So all you need to do is grab a piece of paper. I'm using cardstock, but you can just use copy paper. Any paper will do. Got a bottle of Elmer's glue here, and all I'm going to do is pray that the glue comes out. I've got a little bit of dried glue here. I'm going to draw an egg on my paper using the glue. Now, if you're a little worried about, oh, I don't know if I can freehand it, first of all, you can freehand it. Second of all, if you're worried, you can draw it with a pencil first, because you'll never see your pencil lines. So I'm just drawing an egg shape with my glue. Kind of hard to see. Whoop, there we go. Egg shape with my glue. You can put a little glue, a lot of glue. Make sure you have a nice glue line. Then you can decorate it in with stripes or polka dots, however you like. I have to push really hard on this glue. I've got a fussy glue. I'm going to just put one stripe, and I'm going to put one more stripe right here. Come on, you glue. You can do it. Okay, maybe not. It doesn't want to do it. We're going to pretend like it did it. All the way across. Okay, let's pretend it worked all the way across. My glue is a little fussy today. Once you've got your glue on how you want it, and you've got it with the polka dots or the stripes that you like, then you are going to take some salt. I've got a big container of salt, and I brought a little bucket, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay, you can just do it on a plate or over a bowl at home. You don't need to have like a big bucket. While the glue is still wet, you're going to take and you're going to pour your salt right on top. You're going to cover all your glue lines, just like this. Shake off the excess glue. It's going to look something like this, but yours is going to look better because your glue is not going to be stubborn. So you've got it all covered with salt, and then you're just going to put it aside and you're going to let it dry. So this is an activity that can take a while with your kids. It can even be a 2-day activity. You can glue and salt your eggs, and then you can let them dry, and then the next day you can come back and paint them. Now I already started, well, my daughter already started helping me paint this one in. So it's going to look something like this when it's all dry and ready to go. Once it's dry and ready to go, this is where your paint comes in. You're going to pick whatever color you want. Apparently I like blue today, so we're going to do some more blue. Let's put it back so you can see I'm just getting it all nice and wet. Then I'm just going to touch my paintbrush onto, you can kind of see it happening as I'm doing it. I'm just going to touch that paintbrush loaded with paint right onto those salt stripes, and the salt sucks it up. I'm going to try to hold this up so you can see it's going to, just going to get it wet. Put some paint on there, and then see if I can show you. See how it just kind of sucks it up? It's pretty cool. That's all you're going to do. Whatever colors you want all the way around, just tap your paintbrush against that salt. The salt will keep it from spreading around the rest of your paper, and it'll just suck up the colors. Easy peasy. So there's one way that you can make and decorate Easter eggs. Okay, so that's probably what I think is the messiest one of the bunch. It's also the most time consuming. So I'm going to put that away, and let's move on to number 2. Number 2 is also going to use just some watercolors that you bought at the dollar store or Walmart or wherever. And you're going to do a color resist, like a crayon resist, to decorate your eggs. So, if I'm doing this with little kids, which I did this morning with my 8-year-old, she's kind of excitable when she paints, I will take and I will draw the egg on a piece of paper. So I'll draw it on the paper. I won't cut it out yet. I'll draw it first. Once it's all drawn on the paper, then I hand it to her, and then you just take a white crayon. You could use any color crayon, but I like white the best because then it kind of looks like magic when you paint over the top of it. Then you're going to take your white crayon and you're going to draw whatever stripes or polka dots that you want. I'm just going to do some stripes right here at the top. Put the crayon on pretty thick. You can push pretty hard, which is great. The harder you push, the more it's going to show up. It's kind of hard to see, but I do have some crayon stripes right here along the top. Then you get your brush nice and wet. Let's just stick with the blue theme. Slop it around in the blue. And then brush it on, and you can see that the crayon and the paper, and the crayon loves the paper, but the crayon hates the paint. So the crayon will resist the paint, and all of the marks that you made will show up nice and bright. So the kids can draw anything that they want on there. They can slosh it all over the page. Then you set it aside, let it dry, cut it out. Then you can hang it up in your windows, in their rooms, wherever you want. Easy peasy. So that's number 2. Also, if you don't have paint and you're like, I am not pulling out the paint, girl, you can do the same thing with just drawing their egg on a piece of paper. Then you can let them fill it in with whatever you want, whatever you've got on hand. You can color it in with crayons. You can put stickers on them. We've got a lot of these weird foam stickers. You can let them put foam stickers on them. You can do pom-poms, whatever you've got on hand. Just look around in your drawers or your craft cupboard and whatever you've got, and they can fill that in. You can cut it out and hang it up wherever you want. Easy peasy. Now, as long as we're talking about cutting and pasting, another easy way to decorate eggs if you don't have eggs is if you have some felt. You can take felt, cut out an egg shape from felt, and then whatever weird scrapbooking supplies that you've got on hand, you can let your girls or boys, whatever, decorate their eggs. So my girls made some eggs today using just some felt and some weird scrapbook supplies. So that's another easy way. And then, if you don't have felt on hand, but you like to sew and you've got some extra fabric laying around, you can cut out fabric in the shape of an egg, glue it onto a paper, and then same thing, scrapbook supplies, washi tape, ribbon, weird sequin stuff my daughters had from their backpack. Any of that stuff they can just stick right on and decorate their Easter eggs with. Easy peasy. Alright, last egg. Move these over to the side. Everyone has rocks in their yard. We have rocks in our yard. I also had a bag of these rocks. I don't even remember what we used them for some other crafting project. So we took the craft rocks that were already smooth, but like I said, you could use rocks from your yard, and we just used plain old acrylic paint, and we painted our rocks to look like Easter eggs. And those are what we're going to hide around the house. So we made a bunch of these today. You can see that I still got paint on my fingers. We made a bunch today. We're going to make a bunch more tonight. And then that's what we're going to hide around. It's cheap. Cheap is free for us. We already had some weird paint left at the house, and we had lots of it. Easy peasy. Now, that's 5 easy ways to decorate eggs without having eggs to decorate. I'm going to show you one quick way to make a chicken if you want to make a chicken. I like chickens. I saw this the other day. I don't remember where, and I thought it was hilarious. Someone had made a bunch of different animals with hands, and I was dying. I love the chicken. So we're going to make a chicken using just our hands. This is a very easy project. Anyone can do it. So you're going to take, first of all, a piece of paper, and you're going to trace your hand. So here we go. Piece of paper, trace my hand. Almost done. My hand is traced. Whoa, it's hard to see. I'll go over the top of it. I'm going to connect the bottom of it, though. We don't have an open-ended chicken. And then let's take a Sharpie. Oh, let's take a black crayon. Let's take a black crayon because that's going to be easier. And I'm going to trace my hand. Oh, nice. Now, when I made my chicken, I traced my hand with a Sharpie, because I love Sharpies. So I traced my hand with a Sharpie, and then I erased any pencil lines that were still peeking. Because sometimes you smooth out your hands as you're tracing over the top of them. You don't need to have all the knuckle joints in there, or your ring outline. So I'm just tracing right over my hand. I'm going to just make these lines a little bit thicker with my crayon. And then I've got the body of my chicken. And at the bottom, I just kind of connected it. I just connected it with a little whoosh. Okay, so we just traced our hand. Easy peasy. Now, our chicken's going to need a beak. So let's add a beak onto the chicken. That's just going to be a triangle off the edge of your thumb. Let's give him an eyeball. Just a dot. Now we can see. Then let's add his little mohawk on the top. I'm sure it has like a name, but today we're just going to call it his mohawk. Or her mohawk, depending on what you're making. Mohawk on the top. Last, we just got to add the wings. And the wings are going to be whoop, whoop, whoop. 3 whoops. Little one towards his bum, bigger one towards his belly, and the smaller one towards the front. That's going to give him a wing. Your chicken wing. He probably could survive, or she could probably survive without the wing, but I like to add the wing. Gives it a little bit more character. There's our wing. Now let's color in his mohawk. I'm going to make it red. I'm just using crayon. You can use markers, colored pencils, whatever you got. I happen to have crayons on my table right now. So we're going to go with crayons. Mohawk colored in. Now let's do mohawk colored in. Let's do his beak. I'm going to do orange. And not that we need to, but I always add a little bit of yellow highlight to my coloring. So right now, you can see I left a little white space. I'm going to add a little yellow. Because my chicken's out enjoying the sun. He's having a good day. A little yellow highlight on his top of his beak. And then his mohawk. Kabam. He's ready to be cut out. And now you have a chicken. I'm sure there's a joke in here somewhere. A bird in the hand. Came first, the chicken or the egg? I don't know. All I know is there's some easy ways to decorate eggs if this year you're like us and you don't have a lot of access to eggs. Good luck. Happy Easter.